All right, everybody, welcome back. Week 13 is on the horizon, and I am here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-time flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. What is going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Getting closer to the playoff session.
We right there. It's right
Teams
around the
teams are starting
corner.
to identify who they are at this point. Some teams still trying to work it out. And then another thing before we start, I always got to do my little rant about somebody, and it's still about the same guy.
Uh-oh.
Zach Wilson still sucked. Like
A running theme this
you
year.
so trash that Tim Boyle started over you, and he sucked. So
That
it's
shit, I
just
feel like
like
they on equal levels of suckiness. Like that shit is not it's not an upgrade.
And I'm
We
gonna
just
keep
don't
rolling
like you that
him
much
until the NFL get this man. I don't even want him to be my
in the
second
league.
string. Like he do not need to be in the league.
Just start off every episode with that until he's out of the league. That shit would be funny as hell. And another thing, Zach Wilson, why are you still on the Browns backing up Deshaun Watson? That shit would be fucked up.
Just some outrageous. Like we gotta put
Oh,
our last 3 games of the season in Zach Wilson's hand. Like, oh my god.
yeah, get him out. I feel you though. That shit is funny. He'll be back. Watch, I put money on it. He'll be back this season. He'll be back on the field this season.
They have no other choices.
Yeah, and if you try to bring Rodgers back on that torn Achilles, Zach Wilson gonna be right back in the lineup, like right back.
Oh my god.
But speaking
Okay.
of quarterbacks that suck, let's talk about the Chicago Bears.
This man said he sucks. I don't think he sucks.
It's all
I think
right.
one of those change the scenery type of players, maybe.
I don't think. I guess yeah. I could see that. I guess I think the best place for him to be is backing up Jalen Hurts. His place in the league right now. Just
I
go back him up.
I don't know. For everybody listening, we're talking about the Bears and
Mm-hmm.
what the Bears should do with their top 2 picks. Because they gonna have 2 top picks coming into next year's
Probably the
draft.
number
Maybe
one pick,
the one in the
most
4, maybe
likely.
one in the 5.
Depends
So
on if they win another game, they'll slide down to like 8 or 9, something like that. Top 10,
yeah,
probably number one in top 10. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, but somebody threw an option out there, which didn't sound too bad. Atlanta trading a 2nd round pick for Jalen. I said Jalen for Justin Fields. That
Mm.
I don't know.
How do you feel? How do
Like
you feel about it? What's your
um 2nd round is probably I think a 3rd round is kind of snubbing I keep want to say Jalen because they kind of the same player. He's
Justin?
just a better thrower. But they I think a 2nd round pick is a right move, especially for Atlanta when they can use their picks, to get other stuff. They already got Drake London. They got
Mm-hmm.
Bijan. So, I mean, it's just the pan aspect because he's coming off. I don't know how many years he has left on his contract.
Next year. That's it.
Right. So basically, it's a 1 year rental to do it to see if we gonna sign you to a multi-year deal. Basically. So I mean, but you trading a 2nd round pick for that. But
Yeah.
I don't.
Is
In
he
that
that?
division. He could, but the thing about it, in that division, he could probably run that division. Because look who you got: the
Yeah.
Panthers, you got the Bucks, and you got the Saints. Like he
I
could possibly
mean,
go to that division and take Atlanta to the playoffs next year.
but
Like I
starting
think he
this
could at
year, I
least do
think
that.
I think a lot of people felt like that this year in the division he's in now, outside of golf, I guess.
I mean, but then nobody thought the Bears was going to do something in that division with the
I mean,
Vikings, and
I ain't
then
gonna lie.
at
I
the
was
beginning of
I
the
was
year,
I was one of
at
them
the beginning,
people that said it is possible that Fields could win the MVP just because all he had to do was be like 10% better than he was last year, and he would have had the same numbers that Lamar and Jalen Hurts about to put up.
yeah,
But
but
he
I
fell
feel like
completely short of
I
that.
feel like he's done enough in his career to at least get another chance somewhere else.
What has he done?
He's done more than other players that got
So
second chances in other places. Like let's not it's like he's done nothing, but I mean, he literally could have broke the record for most rushing yards in the season. They sat him the last week of the game, which is
yeah.
weird. I'm like, why not get your play? At least get him the record.
So you want to
Like
send
he
him
was
to
50,
you want to send him to
but
Atlanta and run the read option with Bijan? Like it's college.
You got to start somewhere. You got Drake London on the outside. If I'm not mistaken, they got a decent. They got what, Cal Pitts.
Mm-hmm. No,
So I
the
mean,
offense is stacked with young guys. Like they're
right.
ready
So it's just
for
like, and it
somebody.
ain't like they got to sign him to a $40 million contract. It's if he got one more year left, it's a make it or break it. If y'all suck, you get a first rounder, and then you lost the second rounder, but you still get a first rounder from being garbage. And if he's like that, if he gets y'all just to the playoffs and you still don't want to sign him like that, go draft a quarterback or
Yep.
trade somewhere in the market, do something like that. But I mean, it's like I feel like him next year in that division would give them a bigger spark than anybody in that division next year. Like, I don't know, just looking at the quarterback play at that division, Bucks still trying to figure out what they're gonna do after Baker.
They can end up
Derek,
having a top 10 pick, so they might
right?
have a new quarterback. Shit.
Derek Carr with the Saints is doing nothing. Bryce Young is gonna have a new coach, so he could actually go there and put Atlanta maybe at least to win the division. Like, I ain't saying he's gonna go to the Super Bowl, but I feel it's not a bad. It's not a bad.
I just don't trust Justin Fields that much to think that he's gonna go to Atlanta. I don't think is he that much better than Desmond Ritter. That when you said that was my first thought. It's like, will he be that much better?
Yeah, I do
Because
believe
he can run. That's it. But I feel like we can take,
but the
take any
Bears
athlete at quarterback then.
Yeah, but the thing about it is what behind coaching, like sometimes like environment and things like that have to do with franchises, and the Bears, since we've been alive, haven't really been a good quarterback central team. Like they've never been able to develop good quarterbacks in Chicago since we've been alive.
Yeah.
So like,
you trust Arthur Smith, who like, do you think, I guess that's my thing, is like they already don't use Kyle Pitts at all, really. Drake London is just there. Like he should be, he shows flashes of him. He should be better than he was. The whole Bijan, the whole first half of the season, I just don't trust Justin Fields to go to the Falcons of all places. Get his true potential out.
Arthur Smith coaching is kind of sketchy as well.
That's kind of what I mean. It's
but but there's other options. Jalen could possibly go, and I'm
Justin. I think sorry.
No, I keep saying Jalen. Like
just say Fields. Just say Fields.
Yeah, just but I feel like there would be about 10 teams that'll probably take him, or at least look at it.
I think the best thing for him is to go somewhere where he can be the backup with low expectations and just
what about
hang out.
It'd be kind of sketchy, but I don't think they'll do it. But could you see who would you rather have, Josh Dobbs or Fields?
Probably Josh Dobbs, to be honest. How old is Josh Dobbs? Didn't we do?
I feel like I feel like they're around the same age, to be perfectly honest. Maybe they came in around the same.
I think he's 26. He's about to be 29.
So he's older.
It gets tough. I don't know, because I just don't know if Justin Fields is a real NFL starter.
Quarterback.
Like neither is Josh Dobbs, so it's almost like you almost on the same level. It's just that I would trust Josh Dobbs to do the right thing more. There was a point in the Monday night game. Was it Monday night they played? Yeah, they just played the Vikings. Yeah,
they just played them.
His yards per attempt was under a yard, so all they did was throw screens with him for a whole quarter.
Flip quarterbacks.
They don't even trust him to throw the ball. And then half the time he throws the ball, he throws to DJ Moore.
Put Fields on Minnesota, Dobbs on Chicago. I think it's.
I think Chicago just suck regardless. That's the problem with the Field shoes. We don't really know.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. But
I don't trust him to throw the ball either. That's the problem.
But we don't know under a different regime of coaching and
offensive coordinators. We do know he can't throw the ball that well. That's the problem.
I mean, but you never. If you go to a different franchise, you probably work out under a different quarterback coach and their thing. Look at Dayball. He changed Allen from turnovers, and then when he left, Allen went back to being Allen.
Did he change him from being a turnover machine, or did it just like work? He still turns the ball. We didn't learn shit.
Something about Dayball made Josh Allen less turnover prone, and then when he left, he became more back to his turnover prone self. So you never know, that one coach might be able to flip something in your
I don't
mind.
believe it. The problem too is that there's what 6 or 7 first-round quarterbacks this year. That's the
Yeah,
problem for
that's the only
Fields
thing.
is you're
Yeah.
going, you're done. It didn't work in
Because at this
Chicago.
point, it's just like, would I rather have this quarterback or Fields? And it's just like now you're just going to
Yeah,
4 years on a rookie deal or Fields and possibly have
and
to
I got
pay
to
him.
sign him again after
Like,
next year. Like, yeah, it's over, bro. It's over. You in the second round. The
especially because
Bears,
Daniel Jones got 40. So it's just like at that point, it's just like everybody getting 40. The minimum
yeah,
is 40
that's what I was
million.
telling you with the Purdy at the time, where I was like, "There's no way that Brock Purdy's agents go in there and get less than Daniel Jones. Like everybody gonna get 40. Who if
But I
you
was saying,
you're
I personally
nobody's getting
wouldn't
less than
give.
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the sick part is every Kenny Pickett got to get more than 40. He better than Daniel Jones. How much? Enough to get more than 40, 41,
Just think
40
about
and
when
a half.
CJ Stroud got to get signed.
It's gonna be this. It's gonna he gonna
Oh
get
my
the
lord,
Herbert. He gonna get the
he
Herbert and the
gonna he
Joe
gonna
Burrow contract, the 50.
he probably gonna reset the market
Because that's what Hurts,
until
Burrow, and Herbert all got 50 this year. And I think two is up after this year. So we're gonna
mm-hmm.
see what the market looking like. It's
It's
not
about to
good.
go crazy. It's
But
not good.
so ultimately the question was what should the Bears do with they pick? So you lean more towards keep Fields and try to build an
No,
offense
no, no,
around him,
no, 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 no. I'm leaning. No,
or just
I
build
think
up
Fields
picks.
need to go. I think they need to trade Fields, and that's why I said I think a second round is doable for a team that's not like
Ooh.
high draft picks to get a like quarterback that they in love with.
See
And
what did Trey Lance got a fourth and a fifth?
you talking about when Dallas traded for him?
Yes.
But that because Trey Lance didn't do any. Literally played 3 games in his career.
He got a just a fourth round pick.
Right. So I think Justin Fields at least has to go for a second.
Or a third and like a sixth, something like that.
Yeah. So it got to be something though. But I mean, I feel like and they build picks. I think
Yeah,
if they get the number one, you got to go Caleb Williams. I
the
mean, if you,
the thing I
I
feel
just
like is
don't
fucked up. I don't
understand why
think
you.
anybody's that desperate enough to what team is in that desperate of a spot to take Fields as they starting quarterback and not just draft somebody. That's the problem.
Yeah,
But
but then you get to a team that's maybe like 16th, 17th that really don't need a quarterback.
but yeah, it's like you backing up Lamar, go back up Lamar, go back up Hurts, go back up Josh Allen, go back up one of these running quarterbacks and just
I don't know,
stay in the
but you
league.
still got some quarterbacks. Still got some quarterbacks. I don't know, like what is the Rams doing?
Yeah.
Like
But why
after
they could
Stafford,
but just draft they could just draft somebody too though. That's
yeah,
where
but
this
if they
shit's
can give up
fucked
a
up.
third, but if they can give up a third or something like that, the Rams. I mean, they got what Stetson Benton,
Nah, he's off the
but
team because he a drunk.
oh yeah, that's right.
He
Uh,
can't even got
I
that.
was
That's
saying,
it.
and then what did you say? McVay with Justin. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's it's over with. Just
I just feel like I
keep
just
them
feel like I
picks.
don't think he's a bust just yet. I just feel like he's not. Nobody's put him up to his potential because he's with the Bears.
So
I feel like
here
he can get a little bit higher.
so here let me I'm looking at mock drafts right now.
I think he could just be a good quarterback. I ain't saying he could be great. I think if he goes somewhere else, he could just be good.
But here's the issue. All right. We'll start from the good teams. Eagles, no. Chiefs, no. Lions,
Right.
no. Ravens, no. Jags, 49ers, Seahawks. Is that maybe like a potential? That's maybe a potential like, hey, this is Geno insurance in case Geno just flops again next year. Like we throw Justin Fields in there and see what happens. I could see it. And Pete Carroll, I mean, if anybody's going to run a college offense where we just run the quarterback, it's probably Pete Carroll. But then
And
it's
then
like
play
the
actions
Dolphins
and
aren't doing it.
RPOs.
The
No.
Texans aren't doing it. Steelers, no. Cowboys, no. Vikings, Cardinals, Saints.
Who's the Cardinals quarterback? Oh,
What you mean?
I keep forgetting about Kyler. I forgot he was
Yeah,
even back because
he's been doing pretty
he's,
good.
yeah, I guess.
He's been not bad. I'll say it like that. He gonna
Yeah.
stay a starter. Like if we were talking about Kyler Murray, he would go to all like half of the teams we just named. At
Yeah,
least
it'd
a
be
bunch
like
of them.
Baker just finding a way to stay a
Yeah, you
starter
going
in the
somewhere.
NFL.
What about
Like, it's
okay?
just like,
Here's one that sounds probably the most realistic. Now that I look at it, the Broncos.
mm-mm.
Hey, all you got to do is check it down, and we gonna run you. They've been running read options with Russell Wilson. It
I think after
can't be
the end,
worse.
even though I don't think they're gonna make it to the playoffs, but the end of this year push, I think gonna try them with Russell next year again. You think talking about backup Russell?
Yeah,
I
or
think
I
they
mean,
have
bring
a
him in here
backup
to
though, don't
compete.
they?
I don't know who
They
the backup
drafted
is,
they drafted a quarterback. I thought they got a backup that they like pretty much.
but see, now we're at teams. The Colts aren't. They have Anthony
Anthony
Richardson, so now
Richardson,
we're at
yeah, they
teams that are
good.
in the top 10 of the draft, and none of those people,
Or
if
get
if they need a
just yeah.
quarterback, they just gonna draft him. So he's screwed. Bears is taking the first pick. I mean, Bears is taking Caleb Williams with the
They
first
can't
pick.
take.
You
Yeah,
have
they
to.
taking Caleb. I
Or
guess
I
you
mean,
have
they
to
could
just for the
flop
hype.
and take Drake May. That would be wild though if you
They not doing
if you're
that.
just like we just
They
gonna
don't
we
want to
gonna
be
do it.
that team. If they do that, then they need to let.
I don't know. I
Don't
haven't
be
seen
that
enough
team,
Drake May to
please.
even know. Like all I know is yeah, that's
He,
weird.
they're gonna take Caleb, but then with they like fifth pick, they probably gonna end up getting like a lineman, offensive lineman,
I
because
mean,
they're gonna have to protect that man.
I heard it's some good O lines too. So
Yeah, the only one I really heard about was well, that I follow because that's the only one they talk about is Joe Alt.
yeah, Joe Alt. I can keep hearing Joe Alt,
Mm-hmm.
but
And
yeah,
then there's one more. I think it's like a center from somewhere. I can't
I
remember,
see. I
or a
see a name right
guard.
now. It's an African name or something. I'm not even gonna try to say it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna try to say that. That's too many syllables for me.
Yeah, we ain't
If it
that
was a
professional.
couple syllables less, I'll try it. But I'm not doing that.
It's a lot of other word W's next to Y's and stuff, boy. I
Yeah.
don't know how to pronounce that.
But speaking of top 10 draft picks, let's hop right in to our top 10 lists. So I guess how we'll do it is I'll read my whole 10 out and then you respond to the 10 and then you'll read your 10 out and I'll respond to your 10. We'll do it that way.
All right.
So, well, all right. Well, first let's start. We can, you know what? No, we'll do it. We'll do it this way. Number 10. Number 10, I have the Packers. Number 9, I have the Texans. Number 8, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 7, I have the Miami Dolphins. Number 6, I have the Lions. Number 5, I have the Cowboys. Number 4, Ravens. 3, Eagles. 2, Chiefs. And number 1 is the 49ers. Anything in there stand out? I know there's a couple. I already know it.
Do your bottom half first. What is the from 10 to 6? What is that
All right, starting at
again?
10 is Packers 10, Texans 9, Jags 8, Dolphins 7, Lions 6, Cowboys 5. No,
I
I
don't
already.
understand. You already know who I'm about. I don't even understand how the Packers even reached the top 10.
Well,
Like
I'm
that is
glad you
I don't know. It's
asked.
something.
I'm glad you asked
It's
because
something about Jordan Love that's just really just really messing with you right now.
I'm
Like,
glad you asked that because I also have this written down in my notes.
mm,
Who do you want me to put in ahead of the Packers? The Steelers, the Bills, the
no,
Browns, the
I
Seahawks,
will.
the Colts, the Vikings, the Falcons, the Rams, the Raiders, because these are all teams that have either one more win. Well, I mean, besides the Steelers and the Browns, but I don't trust them anyways. Like these are all teams that are on the same level in the standings as the Packers. So who in that list do you want me to put in? Bills, Broncos, Steelers, Seahawks, Browns, Vikings.
Right now I would probably put the Browns in.
Even with DTR going down.
Yeah. I just feel like when we say top 10, now we're talking about people and teams that I feel like there's going to like perform, or at least one side of the ball is going to perform real good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't trust neither side of the ball. Like with them, it's just like I mean they're starting to gain that, but it's just like
They're going to end this
Right.
season with 10 wins. I just want to point that out. They're going to lose to the Chiefs and they're going to win out. That's what's going to happen. Because let me.
Who? Well, I don't. What's the rest of their schedule
That's
looking?
the point. Because when I put it on there, I was like, "Ooh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe." But there's the rest of their schedule is obviously they play the Chiefs this Sunday night. Then they then they play the Giants, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Bears to end the season. They basically
That's
have
good
the
practice going
softest
into the
schedule.
playoffs.
Exactly.
That was. I mean, that's a good. If they,
Yeah,
I
you got the
mean, yeah,
softest schedule possible.
I wouldn't. The way that Jordan Love been playing the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't put it beside him to win out after the Chiefs. So 10 wins probably would get them in the playoffs, but I still just,
Especially in the
I don't.
NFC. You got to remember they in the NFC
Yeah,
too.
but I just don't know if that's going to get them. It's kind of feel like false hope. If you get what I'm saying, it's just like because then they're gonna get to that first round of playoffs. It's probably gonna be away because they're not gonna win the division,
Yeah.
and they're gonna probably have to match up with that. That would 10 wins would probably
It'd be
make
the
them what
six or the
the
seven, probably the
six
sixth seed, most
six
likely. I
seed,
think
which
they're
means they have to play the 3 seed, which most likely have to be the Lions, which is gonna be a
yep.
divisional game in Detroit.
Or the
I don't
Cowboys, I guess.
I don't see them going to Detroit or Dallas winning.
That's cool. They still go. I still think. Okay, so if you drop that down to just
Like,
the NFC teams, because if you take the AFC out, like that takes the Steelers, the Browns, the Bills, the Broncos, all that, and the Colts, the actually good teams out. What NFC team in that list is better than them? The Vikings, Falcons, Rams, Raiders. Those are all or Buccaneers, I guess, because they're 4-7. Saints are right there with the same record. Are they? Are you feel? That's the problem. Is
I feel
like
like those are. I mean,
they all like
I
the
feel like
same. And
they're
I would
winnable, but they're also losable when you're talking about the Packers. Like the Packers aren't this. Like I said, it's not giving. They're not giving me like they could go in there and just do all those teams dirty. Like
right
I don't know.
now. Let me see. Right now, if I remember correctly, they have, according to in Predictable, which is a basically like a marketplace thing for betting.
Mm-hmm.
Their percentage chance to win, the highest percentage chance they have seeding wise is the 6 seed, and it's 27%. So it's a 27% chance
Yeah, the
they
6 seed.
are, yeah, there's a 6 seed. And like to me, it's like
And to
I can't say because the other teams like the Steelers
but
and the
to
Browns are the obvious choice to put at 10, right? But for me, I don't believe in either of those teams at all.
best case scenario for the Packers is they need the Cowboys to lose a few games so they can switch seeds because the Cowboys are going to be the 5 seed because
Oh,
the
that's
Eagles
true.
probably
That's
going to end up winning
true.
their division.
You're right.
So if they end up being a 5 seed, then they can play the winner of the NFC South,
Yeah.
and then they could probably end up winning.
Of course, the Cowboys would end up playing the NFC South team. Yeah, that would be
Yeah, so the Cowboys probably don't even want to win their division. They should probably just be
that's a
at
good
that
point.
fifth, that 5 seed. If I,
Just be happy you are where you at. Yeah.
yeah, just let the Eagles clinch that 1 or 2. Y'all be okay. Because if y'all get the 1 seed, and they're gonna have to end up playing. The 7 seed in the NFC ain't that good. Like,
Mm-mm.
say with the maybe the Packers. I don't know. Like,
But the
but
Packers was your big. I figured you was gonna go why does the 49ers won? Like what the hell?
uh, no, I got them too. So I mean, you already know who
Okay.
my one is. I'm not
That
going.
makes
I'm not
sense.
straying away from that. Like I'm not straying away from
I
that.
feel
Like
you.
why would I?
But I have some
Like
little stuff here too. Like for the 49ers being one, it's just the overall of the team is just so like ridiculous. It's really comes down to, can Brock Purdy be good or average? As long as he's good to average, they basically can beat every team.
yeah,
Like
well, yeah, well, you got the Avengers around them.
that, yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
could
I
do that.
literally wrote it down. Best overall team goes as Purdy goes, the Avengers. Like you have the craziest talent. The Chiefs is it's Mahomes and the defense is going crazy. That's
Yeah, this is
I shouldn't have to say too much. Eagles is the same things like that D line, and then you have Hurts and the receivers. Like Yeah, they going the Ravens is where it's a little like I was going back and forth with the Ravens and the Cowboys, but if I have to trust Lamar or Dak, I'm going Lamar all day. Like just I feel like Lamar can just make more happen. And then the Cowboys is literally like Dak has to continue. Like this is why I keep comparing him to Alex Smith, is because they or Kirk Cousins, like on the Commander. It's literally you are in a situation where if your quarterback plays is mid, you don't have overwhelming talent like the 49ers to make up for that. That's the only reason they even some of these games, they not blowing every single team out and they're bad teams. So if Dak's bad or mid against one of these good teams, they will get blown out. And that's the problem I have with the Cowboys. This is not a Cowboys. I still have them top 5 after all that shit. That kind of shows you where everything's at right now. It's pretty odd.
The NFC is top heavy, and
But
that's
yeah,
about it. But
Lions is good, but Goff could stink it up. He could always stink it up, and the secondary has been poor.
Lions, that's why the Packers snuck into the top 10 because they beat the Lions.
A little bit too, yeah. I mean, if you look, the Lions have pretty good wins. Like they don't have
Yeah,
like, that's their best win of the season. Obviously, they beat another top 10 team. But
do you honestly think the Packers could win out after the Chiefs?
yes,
I mean, they could because
definitely.
looking at the schedule, yeah. But
Like
you
the
don't think they
schedule is
might?
so
You don't,
soft.
yeah. But you don't think they might
I think they could
fold one?
possibly lose to the Vikings, maybe. But I'm pretty if I remember correctly, they played the Vikings close last time, and that was with Kirk Cousins. Oh no, it was 24-10. But still.
Yeah, and then you said they still got the Bucks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They fighting for their playoff chances.
That's a good point. That is a good point. That's the real that's the scary part right there. Because they could definitely they could definitely go into that fighting for the playoffs still at 4-8 or something, whatever the hell it is.
It's some weird 6-8 or whatever.
Yeah, that's
weird
just a
crap.
good point. But they could be.
So,
the craziest part is the Packers are also still fighting for the playoffs. So it's not like I don't think the Bucks are just that better.
The Packers know their only chance is the wild card.
True.
The Bucks is like either this division or we not in the playoffs.
I guess another part of this is how possible is it that a team gets into the playoffs at right under 5 at 8-9 in the NFC?
It is that's
is there a couple teams that could get in?
The NFC South winners definitely gonna have a losing record. It happened before though.
But I mean a wild card team.
Oh, 2 teams with losing records in the playoffs?
Because obviously the division winner of the NFC South is going to get in, and they'll most likely be 9 or 8 or 8 or 8-9.
Do you realize if somebody win
hold on.
NFC
Let's do your top 10. Right. Do your top 10 real quick, and then we can get on into the playoff picture.
All right. Yeah. So 10, I got Cleveland. 8, I say 8. 9, I got Houston. 8, I got the Lions. 7, Jacksonville. 6, Miami. 5, Dallas. 4, I got the Ravens. 3, the Eagles. 2, the 49ers. 1, them Chiefs, boy.
Okay, so we have everybody roughly in like the same area. I think you just have the Jags a little higher, which pushes everybody down. That's below like 6. Where didn't you have them 6?
Jags at 7.
7, yeah, okay. Yeah. You had the Dolphins at 6, okay.
Yeah, Dolphins at 6.
So that makes sense. So we just have that little 3 switch up, and then you have the Brown. I just can't. Because when I put the Packers in, I got to 10, and I was like, all right, so I don't like none of these teams. If we be honest, who's literally the actually most believable team? Like the team I would honestly believe in the most is the Bills. But the problem with the Bills is their schedule is so difficult.
But the thing about it is, I don't even believe in them. It's just we all.
I guess I should say I believe in Josh Allen. They have the best quarterback on like out of the teams that are all mid,
left,
like, that are all like 500. Yeah,
it's like, but it's still he still lead the league in turnover. I don't even think I can.
But he lead the league in touchdowns.
We believe in. I don't understand what it is. It's just like we want the Bills to be good, like media, people, everything. We want them to be so good. And they keep like breaking all of our hearts because we want it to be a good game. Every time we see, and it's just like he just does something. It's just like,
you want to know something crazy? They are second in the league in point differential. They outscored The other teams they've played by 111 points, and they still 6-6. You know how ridiculous that is, bro. That's why I think
So
it's the
either you win
team.
big or so either you win big and lose close.
Yeah, that's every
Yeah,
game is that, and I honestly believe that the Bills are bad or mediocre right now simply because it's the team, mostly the defense. If we
but
be honest, it's really the defense because there's no reason that they give up like the
well,
shit
they
to the
also have
Eagles.
like
3 out of 4 passes
yeah.
Jalen Hurts
But
threw was touchdowns, and they just let
and
him walk 20 yards into the end zone to end the game. Like, come on. That
yeah,
Josh Allen went down and did what he was supposed to do.
but you know what they say, you can't lose. You got to know how to win something. Like you can't that losing close gets old. You got to be able to win close
You
because
want
in
to
the
know? And
playoffs, it's not going to be no blowouts.
no, yeah. You want to know
You got to
another
learn how to
team
win.
that has a similar thing that's hilarious? The Chargers are in the top half of the AFC in point differential, and they 4-8, 4-7. Like, you know how crazy that is. You
Yeah,
losing every game by
yeah.
3 or a touchdown. Every
What you
single
remember?
game is
You
one
remember
score.
last year? Was it the Vikings? Most of their wins was what by 6 points or less.
Yeah, they had like all but 1 or 2 games or
Yeah,
one
and they
score
they
games.
they had what 12 wins last year,
But
or
you know
some
how
crap like that.
crazy that is to be
Uh,
4-7 or 4-8 or whatever it is and have a positive point differential. Like you've lost twice as much as you won and you've outscored your opponents. And it's not like they not even really blowing nobody out. That's the crazy part. All
no,
that is
that be
like
because you
just
got
outscored 2 teams by 2 scores, and
you
that's why
got
you
a
got,
you got a quarterback with the
that's
Bills
sick.
who doesn't know how to keep up with the ball when times hit the when your back hit the fence, and then you got a coaching staff in um, San Diego that doesn't know how to use the clock or call plays because I don't even know if they're going off analytics or guts because at this point I think they just like whatever
Just
and
winging it.
let's just do it
But
like
it's just weird. It's like I feel like once you get out of that, the 5 is like a solid 5 in the top 10 right now. Then everything else, I feel like you could debate. You could debate. I feel like if you told me I got the Texans 6 over the Lions, Dolphins, Jags, I'd be like, all right, yeah, you right, because I didn't
yeah
watch the games and I see it, and if it's like, yeah, they could realistically beat every single one of those teams. So then you just get stuck in this weird. That's why I was like the Packers. I trust the Packers have, especially the defense. The defense specifically is getting better every single week. Every week they just get a little. The defense gets a little better every week. Now Jordan Love is going to do what he do, but that's one of the main reasons I trust him. Everybody on their team is 23.
yeah but we'll see this weekend.
We will. I mean, no, we won't. No, we won't. If they play them close, then I'll feel a lot better about putting them in the top 10. That'll
I
make
don't
me
think
feel a
it.
little bit better.
I think Rasheed Rice goes crazy again.
But it's funny because you have the Cowboys 5 also, right?
Yeah,
That's hilarious to me. It's like
yeah.
you guys are right
It's just
there.
there. It's
You
like
there.
you could be good, you could be the bottom half. Which one you want to be?
Mhm.
Like, but
It's
it's just,
tough.
we'll see. We'll see. What is that? They got the
I mean, the real matchup is next week.
yeah Eagles Cowboys next week because the Eagles play
No.
the 49. That next
Yes. Yeah,
week
yeah, yeah, yeah. No. Eagles Niners
for
is coming up
is yeah
this
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys play the Seahawks on Thursday. Yeah.
Oh,
That should
tomorrow.
be another blowout. Yeah. That should be another blowout. Well, tonight for the people watching. But yeah, yeah, they play on Thursday. But yeah, I mean, top tens, it was roughly the same. We're at
This
that point in the year. I just feel like we need to
it's
rehash it because we haven't done that shit in like a month and a half. It was like week
ain't really
5 when we did it
ain't
last time.
nothing really been changed. I mean, you got your few,
No, a
just
lot.
pretty much the
It
same
changed.
teams,
My
but
shit changed a lot.
I can't. I don't even think I can put mine up. But I think Miami fell on both ours. Houston entered the top 10. Cleveland entered on mine. Green Bay entered on yours. But after that, everybody else just switched spots.
But here's my top 10 from October 18th. So a month and some change ago. Was number 1 Chiefs, number 2 Niners, 3 Eagles, 4 Dolphins, 5 Lions, 6 Ravens, 7 Bills, 8 Browns, 9 Bengals, 10 Seahawks.
Oh, I
And then
forgot about the bank. The bank. Oh yeah, so yeah, yours
yeah,
really a whole
mine
facelift off
yeah,
of
literally.
a month of football. You don't even like them
4 weeks.
teams no more.
I mean, but it's crazy though. If you look, it's like what? How many people are really switched off of that? It's
Bengals, Bills, Seahawks,
yeah,
Browns.
and that's it. No, the Browns are right there. The Browns are 12 or 11 for me
Yeah,
because
but that's we talk top 10 though.
that's
He
true.
said, like,
But yeah, it's still
you
two.
got 4 new teams on there, don't you?
No, it's three.
Or
Bills, Browns,
no?
Bengals. That's it. That's the only ones that ain't on the top 10.
Seahawks ain't on your top 10, is it? Is
Oh,
there?
you're right. You're right. It is four.
Yeah.
It's because this list is like listed out weird. That's why I keep looking like
I was
that.
about to say, I know you put the Seahawks on your 10 right now.
No, no way. But yeah, it's just weird. This is a weird like top heavy year where it's just kind of
Good teams and everybody else.
and then everybody else is kind of the same. It's just
What do we
awkward.
do? We get so fascinated with the teams that we want to be good.
True.
So we keep throwing their names in there like Miami. We want them to be so good. But I
But they
mean, they're
might just
just
not be that good. It's kind of the same thing with the
right.
Cowboys. Like y'all keep beating the bad teams and losing to the good teams. I mean, y'all got destroyed by the Bills, so that's not even looking
And
back.
that's
It's
like
like,
not
ugh.
good. They good, but it's just like you ain't reached that other echelon yet.
Same
And
with the
I blame
Cowboys.
Tyreek Hill. Keep talking shit, and you can just karma's them. Like
You're
to
you
say your
cursing
team is
yourselves.
to say your team now is better than the 2019 Chiefs is crazy, but
That was
we'll
wild.
see.
That was disrespectful, bro.
I won a Super Bowl, and this team is better,
I
huh?
mean, we just called you the MVP for a month straight, and then you turn around to Chiefs
And
fans and
just throw
just
this shit in our
fuck
face.
you. Like, all
Matter of
right,
fact,
bro.
you know what? I want a quarterback to win this year now.
Yeah, right. You about to be the only player that break a record and don't win an MVP because of that shit. Sick. All right, let's jump in to the playoff picture. I mean, we already been talking about it, but I asked you to, figure out some teams that you would like into the playoffs and some teams that you do not want to see in the playoffs. And I think we should just start with the shitty version of this first and go with the NFC.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's start. Who do you want out of the NFC playoffs?
I want all of the NFC South out.
I knew
Like,
it.
like let's just
I
say
knew it.
vacant. We get two first round buys for the top 2 seeds, and then just skip that whole thing.
Skip
Like,
them.
do you really like? All right, it's another rant by Daniel again because I just really hate sorry
Go
football
ahead.
team. Do y'all really want to see one of those teams host the NFL playoff game with the
No,
Cowboys or the Seahawks or the Packers? Do you really want to do that? I don't
maybe the
personally. That's
Packers.
gonna be a
Hold on.
waste of
Nah.
a three. I'm not saying for
I'm
the
talking
other
shit.
team is gonna be fun. The other
No,
team
I
is gonna
understand
be.
what you're saying. Like it's ridiculous.
I did. They 5-6. Like I just don't understand. They 3-0 their division. That's why the Falcons is currently the 4th seed right now because they're 3-0 their division. But if we click that division, I don't understand. I just don't understand because I'm just so confused right
Because you
now.
got Saints, Bucks, and then the Panthers because they're the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but what's the? I'm trying to go to the actual division, like the 5-6, 5-6, 4-7. We're not counting the 1-10. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
yeah, that's not even.
But
Yeah.
so we're talking about the Saints. The Falcons probably end up winning the division. They already 3-0. Everybody else is 1-2, 1-1. So that tiebreaker is going to be the reason, the division tiebreaker. So the Falcons probably end up winning that division unless the Saints go on some magical run. Or
Do you have
the
their
but
in division stats pulled up?
on the NFL network app, it shows you like what they division record is.
What's their record in division? What's the Falcons
3-0.
3 and yep, there
Yeah,
you go.
so they
I was
got
just
three
gonna
more
say I don't
teams,
think they
3 more
lost. Yeah.
games. Yeah. So they got
Jeez.
3. So they play all the other teams one. So you got to count it up. That's one. So now they 4-0 because you got the other Panther game. And then now what you say? Even if they split with
That's why I was gonna
the
say it's
other two
over
teams, they
already.
4-2. It's over. Like
Yeah, because haven't
so.
didn't the Saints and the Bucks already you already lost to the Falcons, and then one of them already lost to the other one. Had to be
They've beat all 3 of them already.
Now, that's what I'm saying. So who the Saints beat? Have the Saints and the Bucks played at all?
Um, Let me look. Um, They just lost to the Falcons. Yeah, they lost
The
26 to
Buccaneers
9.
26-9. Yeah. That's ugly.
And yeah. Yeah. So the Falcons gonna end up winning that division. Most likely. I just
It's
don't
almost foregone at this point. Like,
yeah. So I mean, for the NFC who I actually want to see in there, like Eagles, 49ers, obviously the Lions. I want to see the Lions see what they could do in the playoffs. I don't think NFC is so horrible because you know what it's going to be. If the Eagles get the 1 seed and the 49ers get the 2 seed, they're going to end up matching each other in the NFC Championship. I don't see any of these teams going in any of their house doing anything spectacular. Who you? Maybe the Cowboys if they match up with the Eagles for the fourth time. I don't know. I don't know. I
maybe.
don't know. Like we'll see next week if what they do. But right now it's hard to talk to NFC because you already know who those two guys are gonna be. It's gonna be
Yeah. It comes down to this week's matchup.
yeah.
Eagles Niners. Like who really wants it?
Yeah, and it's just gonna be a rematch in the NFC. This game gonna get so much hype that everybody ain't gonna be able to they can't wait to the NFC championship because it's
If
gonna be
the
a rematch.
if the Niners lose, this knocks them down to the 3 seed. So then they would play whoever ends up the 6 seed, which is the Seahawks right now.
But do
That's
you really think the Lions is gonna win out for them to secure that two
nah.
seed? Because then that
Well,
means they would
I
have to
guess they
play
could. I
this.
don't know their record, or I mean, I don't know
They
their
would have to play
schedule.
the 7 seed, which means they have to end up playing the Lions. Would like we said, if they get the 2 seed, they probably have to end up playing somebody in their division,
Let's
Vikings
see.
or the Packers. The Rams could sneak in there too. Still
That's
though.
tough. So the Lions, the remaining schedule is Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings. You probably lose in the Cowboys game, most likely. But I mean,
Yeah,
you never know though. I mean, anything's possible. They play on a Saturday.
that's when they start doing the Saturday
Years.
games
Yep.
at the end of the year. I don't know. I
Ugh.
mean, could we? I mean, we got a lot of people got the Lions and the Cowboys on the same like
I mean,
tier,
yeah,
as in
we
like.
basically do in our top tens too, so it's
So it's
possible.
like it's possible they could, but then that's gonna shake it all up. Like, but even though we talking about it, don't matter where these teams are gonna get seated and things like that. The 49ers and the Eagles are going to run through whoever they play against, and they're going to end up in the
Yeah,
NFC
that's why this
Championship
whole thing is nasty,
unless they got to play against each other because the way the seeds fall.
and that's why
Like
I
if the
had
49ers fall to the 3 seed, that means they have to end up playing the Eagles before they get to the NFC Championship.
yeah, and that's why I had. Well, I guess fuck. So I guess I have to because the Falcons are basically automatically in.
Yeah.
Because my thing was I'd much rather see the Packers, Vikings, and I guess the Seahawks in than the Rams, Saints, and who was the other one? The
Uh
Bucks, I guess, would have
no,
to be the
the
other
Bucks
one.
not gonna get in there. I think after because the NFC South still got to play three other games with each other, so they're gonna beat up on each other except the Falcons.
God,
So
the
it's probably gonna
NFC
end up
is
being
nasty, bro. There's nothing to look
it's
forward
only
to. Like
two
we know
it's
what it
only two
is.
it's only two spots open because you got to think the Cowboys is going to secure that 5 seed.
That's a good point. You right.
So it's only going to be two spots
So
open.
I guess yeah, that makes sense. I just want to see Packers Vikings instead of because the Seahawks is almost at
But
least if the
okay,
other two teams
but
are just guaranteed to get wiped,
okay,
at least let it be like a good story.
we
Josh
what we
Dobbs makes the
can't
playoffs.
but what we
Hey,
can't do
Aaron
is
Rodgers
say
doesn't make the playoffs and Jordan Love does. That would be pretty nice to see that
but
narrative going around.
okay, but what we can't say is the Lions, the Vikings, and Packers all make the playoffs, and then we roll Justin Fields because he's like a scrape in this bad division. Like,
Well, it is still bad. You still bad. It doesn't
but you
change
got
how bad you've been.
but you got three teams in your division all make the playoffs, and but now you just got it. Now you the issue in the
Yeah, but see, this
somehow they
year,
can squeak us.
but
Somehow
it's
they can
not
squeak in
fair.
6 games.
It's not fair because look, okay, look at this. This is why it's crazy. This is why
Sometimes it's
this
just
year is
coaching.
so ridiculous. But hold on. This is why this year is so crazy because look at this shit. Packers 5-6, Rams 5-6, Saints 5-6, Bucks 4-7, Giants 4-7, Bears 4-8, Commanders 4-8. What the
You
fuck is
you
this?
realize
We have
you remember the NFL changed their rules of scheduling like a couple years ago, where they put a lot of division games at
at
the
the
end of the
end.
season.
Yeah.
So a lot of these teams ain't played each other yet. Look at everybody's division. I think the Bengals and the Bills played the most division games right now. Well, no, the Browns
The
they play
AFC
five.
North, and then they finish
AFC
off the
North.
last of their games at the end of the year. Like everybody
Yeah,
plays
like
each
the
other one more
Jacksonville
time.
played 5 games already, so they only got one more division game. But a lot of other people only got 3, 4.
Like the
Like we,
Commanders are
yeah,
screwed. They're 0-5 in division.
yeah, they not.
The Rams sneaky 4-1. All they got to
Yeah,
do is be
it's
better than the
sneaky.
Seahawks to get in. That's like all
The
you have to. And
Seahawks
they're
is
only
1 and
one
3 in a
game.
division.
They're one game separated. That's why I was saying, look, it's 8 teams. Eight
Yeah, I know.
of the teams in the whole conference
I
are
don't think
all
I want to
one
see the
game
Rams.
apart.
Well, you know who sneaky good is the Rams running back, Kyron Williams.
Yeah, but that the rest of the team is trash, bro.
Yeah, I
Like
know,
I
but
don't
I'm
want
just
to
saying,
see that.
like, no, I don't want to see
They're gonna get
I don't want to
smoked.
see.
So hold on, let's say the Rams sneak in at what the same
7
where the
seed. That's the only
the,
way
the
they're gonna
sixth
be.
where the Seahawks are. They switch places with
Oh
the
yeah,
Seahawks.
switch spots. Yeah.
So they
So
at the
then now you got
sixth
one
and they
one
play
one
the
spot
Lions.
open. One spot. Yeah.
Good
Six
luck.
seed. Yeah, they play the Lions.
Aiden
Rams.
Hutchinson he gonna have
Oh,
20 sacks.
that wouldn't be. You know what? I'll watch that matchup
Mm-mm.
specifically because Golf and Stafford trade.
The offensive line. Well, it's a good narrative game. You're right.
Yeah,
That is a
that's
good
it.
narrative game. That's a good point.
I would definitely watch that just because they got traded for each other type shit. So
That's why. But see, put the Packers in that position. It's a division game in the playoffs. They just beat them the last time they played. Well, I guess they would play one more time, but still.
mm,
But yeah,
yeah,
that would be the Rams. But the problem is the matchup on the field is not good. The
no,
best
it's not.
unit for the
It's the
Lions is the
storyline. The
defensive
storyline's
line,
gonna
and
be
the
the
worst
best.
is for the Rams is the offensive line. That is a horrible matchup.
Yeah,
We've seen that. We've seen that up close and personal in the Super Bowl one year.
yeah, I know.
And look how
Bucks,
that looked.
Chiefs.
It was like it didn't matter how
We had.
good Pat was. It don't matter
Yeah.
if you can't get nothing off.
But
But yeah,
what's really throwing us off though is because of this 4 seed. Like, why is Atlanta still sitting at 4 in
that's
my
really
phone?
mucking
Like,
it up. But I guess it isn't really mucking it up because who are you replacing them with? The Saints, the Buccaneers? Like it doesn't matter who you put in there. Even if we said fuck the NFC South, throw them out, move all the wild cards up one, we just putting the Packers or the Rams in place of them. Are we putting the
the Cowboys
Seahawks
can
in
move to
place of them?
4.
But
They
that's what I'm
put
saying.
the Cowboys 4.
Yeah, you put the Cowboys 4, but then you still got Packers, Rams, Saints moving into that spot. Like the NFC is
But what's
terrible.
crazy is they 5 and 6, so they wouldn't move that far down anyway because everybody else is 5 and
That's a
6.
good point. They'll still be right there. Yeah, they'll still be right there with the Packers, the Rams, and the Saints.
They
Like it doesn't
still
even
be in the
matter.
hunt. Like it's
Ugh.
weird, dude.
But I
Like
get the funny part is let's go to the AFC because the AFC is the exact same problem, but the opposite problem because most of the teams are solid or good teams. It's at least something fun to
everybody
watch.
is like a 9 and 3 and 3 8 and 3s
Because
before
look at this:
7
the
2
Texans. Well,
seven
wait, let me
fours.
go up. The
Hella bodies.
Browns, well,
Yeah.
no, not even there. I'll start with the Colts. The Colts are the 7th seed right now, and that's 6-5. Texans 6-5. Broncos 6-5. Bills 6-6. The Bengals still 5-6. The Raiders 5-7. The Chargers 4-7. The Titans 4-7. The Jets 4-7. Like
And there's the Panthers. I mean the Patriots.
the Patriots,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Ooh. If the Patriots get Caleb Williams, can we just talk about this? Take a slight pause, just a real quick pause. What are the odds that Victor Wembanyama goes to the Spurs and then Caleb Williams goes to the Patriots in back-to-back drafts?
In my 30
That's
years
not rigged,
living,
right?
Yeah, in my 30 years of living, I've never seen Bill Belichick be good with a running quarterback.
I mean, we'll see. We could see. We might see it. Shit. All the Panthers got to do is win one game. All they got to
Does
do
he
is
even know
one
what an
more.
RPO is? I don't know. I think he just knows what.
What if he does and he just don't trust? He like Mac Jones sucked. I fucked up. He sucks. What if he gets Caleb Williams in there and he's just like, you know what, and just runs it like I'm just gonna run a college team. Like we just running a college offense, spread offense.
I don't think Caleb Williams would have too much fun being a Patriot.
We just gonna put you in shotgun and you're just gonna throw the ball 45 times a game. What if Bill Belichick just says fuck it?
I think Bill Belichick is probably one of the only coaches I would just probably want to retire from the NFL after like my rookie contract. I'm like, dude, you make shit seem so boring. Like, do
You
I
hear
even
what
want to
Caleb
play
said,
football?
right? Caleb said whether or not I declare for the draft
It's a
is a
game
game
time
time
decision.
decision, which means I'm waiting till the
They said
very last second.
he got until like what January 15th to declare or some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't know all that. But that's
Yeah, they
crazy.
said it's a deadline, so I think it's like January or something. But he should know who going to the playoffs and what seeding by December. To be perfectly honest.
Oh yeah, he'll know as soon as the regular season is done. January 18th. Oh,
Yeah,
that's yeah, you're gonna be deep. You're gonna be in the second round of the playoffs already.
yeah. So he should be good by then. So he's just trying to see.
But let's pop back over to the AFC. So uh who you want in and who you want out? I'll let me I want it needs
I
to
want the
be
Texans.
what it needs to be. The wild card teams should need to be the Texans, Broncos, Bills. That makes the playoffs the best possible, most fun thing to watch. Most likely, though, we're gonna get the Steelers and the Browns in the playoffs, and it's gonna be fucking dog shit. And the Colts are still creeping right there. They'll beat the Texans next week. They'll have 7 wins. So it's
They
gonna
got
be
the Browns
tough.
this week, and I know the Texans got the Broncos too. So that's literally gonna
That's
be
gonna
for
flip it somewhere. The
they,
Bills don't
but
play at
because they
all.
right on top of each other, so it's just flip their seating. If the Broncos beat the Texans and the Texans lose to the Colts, you might as well just crack this as the end of the season for the Texans.
That's
Then
true. You're
you'll
right.
drop down this
You
because then
drop
you'll
down
have
to like
the
10 or 11.
yeah because you'll be 6-7. That put the Broncos at depending on what they do that next week at least 7 wins.
Yeah, yep.
Put the Colts at depending on what they do 7-8
They
wins. So I
definitely
don't know
beating
like
the Titans next week, so they at
and
least
then they
have
got the
7 wins also.
yeah. So and then they got the tiebreakers. So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
Texas this is a must. It's all these teams sitting right here, Texans, Colts, Broncos, all these next couple of weeks is important, especially because they all fighting for tiebreaker and that 7 seed or
All I
that
know
6-7
is the
seed.
Colts and the Browns cannot. This cannot happen. We
Steelers,
cannot
Browns, Colts
have this.
is not. We're not doing that. Especially
This is
Gardner
gross.
Gardner Minshew in the playoffs. Yeah,
Come on, bro.
please let the Colts be the 7 seed. Yeah, come to Kansas City.
I was just gonna say, you
Yeah.
realize that's, but no, it's also all we if we win
we
this
could
week,
definitely get the
we
1
back
seed
at
though.
1. Yeah, we back in the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Because
So I
then
mean the
doesn't
1
it
seed
go
still in
down
mark.
to divisional games? Have they
It
lost 2? They
goes from
lost
head
2.
to yeah. So it goes to uh record, then it goes to no, it goes to head to head, and after head to head is
Head to head,
conference
best one
conference
win loss,
wins.
best percentage in division games,
Oh,
best
divisions.
percentage in shared opponent games, best percentage in games played conference games, and
Well,
then strength of victory, strength of schedule bullshit after that. So yeah, it goes, yeah. So percentage wins and then division wins is the next one. So all we gotta do is
then
win out
win
the division,
everybody.
which
Yeah,
is
win out
just
the
the
division and
Chargers and the
win.
Raiders again.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
hold
we
on.
do that. Yeah, because we played the
Yeah,
Broncos
yeah, yeah. It's
twice.
3-1, 3-1, 3-1. That's right.
Yeah.
And
So
they
we
three
went
and two.
we went out. There you go.
Yeah, if we went out, they went out. We the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
But still, them versus the Colts, that's
Yeah, well,
trash.
yeah. I don't
Like
want to see that. I'd rather see
nobody
them
wants to see
versus
that.
if that's I'd rather see them versus Houston.
Yes.
Like
Anybody else, any
Houston.
like Houston versus any of the actual like division winners will be a great game.
Yeah.
Like that'll be a great game. But like the Bills, put the Bills in there at the 7th seed instead of the Colts, and
I'm
that's at
not
least a
gonna
fun
join that
game.
argument with you.
But hold on. What you telling me that the Bills versus whoever wouldn't be way more fun of a game than the Colts versus whoever?
I mean, it would, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just tired of this. That's going to be another saving grace for how Josh Allen made it to the playoffs after all types of
Yeah,
X, Y, and Z he went through, and then it's just like he needs to miss the playoffs. He
it's gonna
needs
be
to.
tough
The Bills need to just so they can regroup and get back to where everybody else think
because
they
what
was
they'll
at.
get. That's the problem. They'll get 2 wins.
They're
They have
six
the
and six right now.
Yeah, they have the Chargers and the Patriots on their schedule, and then they end the season with Miami, who they blew out by almost 30 points. So they
Yeah,
could still win 9 games, which
they
was
still got us this year too, right?
yeah next Yeah, next week. Yep, the 10th. So yeah, it's still possible. If
Yeah,
they, I
best
honestly, the
case.
fucked up thing is they could get us just because, hey, this they Super Bowl. This they
If
Super
it's
Bowl.
everybody's Super Bowl,
So that's 10
but we know
wins. Does 10 wins get them into the playoffs? Probably.
probably.
Most likely it gets them in, but that I would much rather have that than the damn Colts get into the playoffs. That's gonna be so whack watching
Well,
the
yeah,
Ravens play them, or yeah, like
out of everybody I'm looking at still in the hunt, I would rather Colts is like the last ones. I would probably. I don't think I watched the Colts game yet this year.
mm-mm. I've had it on passively and didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
Basically,
so no,
like
I don't know what I. I mean, what Nick Wright say last year when we played the Steelers? Well, not last year.
better
That
than a
year we played
bye.
the Steelers is better than the bye. That's
Yeah,
exactly what this Colts game gonna be for
it's just
whoever if
like
they sneak into 7.
it's just like the Browns. The Browns, I don't think who can the Browns beat the Ravens. That yes, they can beat the
Yeah, they
Ravens,
was that defense is
but
depends on what quarterback comes
can they
on
beat
them
the
all.
Chiefs?
The
Can they
Browns?
Yeah, can they score
No.
14 on the Chiefs defense? That's the problem. Can they score 14? Can they score 17 points on the Chiefs, Jags, Dolphins?
Who's their quarterback again?
It'll be PJ Walker right
PJ
now because
Walker.
DTR is hurt.
No, Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco not playing, bro. Stop it.
Watch Joe Flacco come up by the
That would
playoffs
be wild,
and
man. I mean, you know, it's wild. The craziest thing is we talked about Deshaun being so bad. He was 5-1 when he started, though. That's the craziest stat to me.
and they 7-4. Are
Yeah,
they 2-2
exactly.
without 2-3 without him?
And the last two games, I think they lost the last two games, and that's the last two games he didn't play. So it's been like, damn, could they have been? They might be the 1 seed right now with Deshaun.
Yeah, but they didn't strike me as a team I could have been scared about,
No,
like
of course
with
not.
Deshaun Watson.
But the
It was just like,
defense, it was just like all you had to do was
it was not fuck
score
up.
20. Just all you had to do, Deshaun Watson, is score 20. That's all you got to do. If you can get to 20, you can beat every single team in the league, which they didn't do that very often. So it wasn't, I mean, I guess he did. He did when he was starting, he did because he was 5-1.
I don't think they got the 20 though, but we could see.
But yeah, it's just it's weird. Everything's weird right now because can Aaron Rodgers come back? Can Aaron Rodgers come back? Can they beat the Falcons this week and be 5-7 and tied probably with the Chargers, Raiders, Bengals and move up to the 7th or the 11th, 10th seed and start working their way back and Aaron Rodgers comes back and
I'm not finna fall into this foolishness. That man finna come off and have to get his leg amputated because he's trying to come back.
I was wondering this, and I would love to know. Obviously, we're not going to get the answers. We're not plugged in. We're not what Ian Rappaport or what's the other
Mike
dude?
Garafalo.
No, we're not none of these insiders. But I would love to know. Wish I could call Pat McAfee up, and I would swear on my daughter I wouldn't tell nobody. I'll just come on here and start doing shit like this. But but I would just love to know, did he fully tear his Achilles? Because it's very possible that he didn't have a full tear because they just said he tore it. But that don't mean you fully tore the ligament off the damn bone.
But the one we saw the calf ruffle, so he tore something.
That's true.
When you see that calf
shit
ruffle,
pop,
that's a tear.
Yeah.
And
That's
then two
point.
is it don't matter if it was partially or fully. The man's 40 trying to come back and play.
Yeah, but he does
football.
ayahuasca, bro.
I don't give a fuck if this man did the shit Jackie Chan gave Karate Kid. Like this man ain't gonna be out here. Like that's crazy.
He got the it's like
that's why
Space Jam. He got the secret stuff like on Space Jam.
That's exactly why he needs a girlfriend or a wife, because all this crap he's been going through. The same thing with probably Kyrie, because I don't think Kyrie's never had like that type of strong like woman next to him.
Kyrie married. Kyrie's married.
Is he?
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
it's been a few years, bro.
Down.
It's been a couple years. Yeah.
Ever since Dallas, he's like, okay, let me calm down. But with Aaron, he needs to go because ain't no way your wife at 38, 39 tell you to come out and be like, hey, yeah, she would be like, chill out for the year at least. Like this man talking about, yeah, I'll be back. Like what type of satisfaction and like attention does he need to like? It's like he has to keep his name in the media. Like,
yeah, He bored.
Or the
What do you want
Jets,
from him? He's
or he got to
bored
keep
out of his mind, and they ain't
he
got
got to
no
keep the
kids,
Jets relevant
no girl that we know of. He ain't got nothing to do but play football and be famous. Of
and keep the
course.
Jets relevant. That was part of his contract, like
Right.
because it ain't no way, and ain't no way the Jets is actually about to throw away what? How much they give him? 2 1 to 2 year.
It was the whole damn contract. I mean, but he gave
Yeah,
that other money back. So
I don't care, man. They
let's
about to
see. Hold
waste
on.
millions of dollars because he want to come back early.
What's their schedule? That's what I need to know. Because is this even before, like, is this realistic?
He said only in the hunt. He said if we in the hunt, then I'll come back. Ain't they like 4-9?
So
Like four?
basically, he was talking about Christmas. He might be able to come back. So could they beat the Falcons? Yes. But basically,
No,
so they need to win. Well, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 games before Christmas. They basically need to win at least 3 of those to be 7-7 or 7-8, and
it's
then
not gonna get you in the playoffs in the AFC. 7
ugh.
wins is not getting you in the playoffs in the AFC.
But it's possible. We just said the Bills could do it. I mean,
Yeah, we was talking about
somebody
them
could
possibly
do it.
having 9-10 wins.
Yeah, but that's what they could get to 10. They that could put them to, yeah, I guess 9 is a little bit of a stretch. But we don't know. This season has been crazy already, so anything is possible right now. Let me go look. What's
Do
they
you really
chances?
want to see the Jets in the playoffs? Because
I
that
think
wasn't one of the.
people on TV do. Yeah, they have
I don't want to see
Jesus.
Aaron Rodgers with one leg running around.
So they don't. They have a 1% chance to be the 8th seed. So they just basically have a less than 1% chance to make the playoffs.
There ain't even 8 seeds in the playoffs.
Exactly. No, that their most likely seeding in the AFC is 15th at 25%. To get to the 8th seed, to be like, hey, it's
We
possible.
was maybe if everybody lose
Yeah,
and one
literally,
team
yeah.
tie, and like it's just like what
Like the next
the
team
only
that's
thing they
lowest,
only thing
the Raiders have a 1% chance of being the 7th seed, which is sneaking into the playoffs. Damn, even the Titans have a better chance, and they have the same record. Yeah, that's pretty sad. But
you
yeah.
know why? You know why?
Hmm.
Because Zach Wilson is on that roster,
Right.
and Tim Boyle is on that roster.
If they
It's
just
just
had a competent backup, they would be they'd be like tied with the damn Buffalo. Like they have 6, 7 wins if they just had a competent quarterback. They already got 4 with Zach Wilson. Shit, they might have 8. They might be up there fighting for the damn top of the AFC if they had a competent backup.
they should have went and got Kirk.
Like, just imagine they have, like, where's Mitch Trubisky right now? The Steelers?
I guess he's more confident than them.
Yeah, then Zach Wilson or Tim Boyle, but it's like somebody like that. Yeah, he's on the Steelers right now. Like, it's
They
somebody like
could go get. Oh well, damn, never mind. They tried
Jameis.
that. I was
Like,
like,
you
they
could have
couldn't go
had
get Joe
Jameis.
Flacco, but he did been there, done that.
Yeah. But it's like anybody but these two, and you would have been in such a
Josh
much better
Dobbs,
spot.
maybe
Yeah, you could have did that. You could
they
have
could
just
have
did
went and
that a
got
couple weeks
Trey
ago.
Lance. They could have traded for the Trey Lance. There's a lot of things they could have did.
A lot. And now look what we left with, man.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah, doing
yeah, they gonna have
DMT,
to
and
drug test him.
I mean, it ain't gonna do nothing because those magic drugs, bro. The magic drugs different. That shit out of your system in a couple hours, 12 hours. That shit out of your system.
That shit called cocaine. That's what it is. That man is on
We
something in a dark room. That man just Lord have mercy.
doing mushrooms and just acid and just
And
seeing
they
shit
just
in the dark.
let him say it on like they just let him
He not
say it
playing.
on TV like it's just like we don't know what
Nigga
he means.
shooting up monkey paw into his ankle.
He said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go
Tiger
on a
bomb.
hiatus for 21 days and in a dark room and just
Mhm.
think." Bro, you sound like you on drugs. Like that's it. If one of our cousins or somebody told us that, we'd be like, bro, what the hell did this nigga
Hey
just
man,
smoke?
I went out to the woods and I sat in the dark for 3 weeks. We was like, all right.
Like,
You wouldn't even
all
say
right.
nothing back to him. You'd be like, all right, that's cool, man. That's what's up. You
But
wouldn't
no,
even engage. You wouldn't even engage in that shit. Like,
no,
you gonna
you
wait
just
till that nigga
but
leave and be like, This is
It's out of
tripping.
control. Like
You
he
go
did
to the
what?
mama. Hey, what is he doing?
But not only did Aaron Rodgers tell us that, everybody was just like, maybe that's good for him, and he can come out of the darkness with an answer of is he gonna stay in Green Bay or not? That's what y'all waiting on?
Yeah, this is sad, man. But yeah, Texans in, man. I think we both on that
Yeah,
bandwagon.
yeah, yeah.
Get the
Texas in.
Texans in. Rig that shit. I don't care. This is the one time
Please.
where rigging the games is a positive.
Where
Rig the
Calvin Ridley
game.
when you need him?
Do the Texans play the Colts
Yeah, they in the
still?
same division.
No, like they still got to play them. Have they
I
played
think
them
they
at
still.
all this year?
Yeah, they once. I thought you said they lost to him already.
Yes, they did. That's right. That's right. That's right. So they got to play them again. Oh, they play them. That's the
But
last
that
game of
was
the
that was.
year. They
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. They scandalous. That's
that's
gonna be for the 7th
crazy.
seed right
Because
there.
look, the Colts in they in the schedule is fucked up. Because it's Titans they can win, Bengals they can win, Steelers they could win, Falcons they could win, Raiders they could win, and Texans they could win. They could win. They could. I don't. They're probably not going to beat the Steelers or the Texans, but that's 10
Colts.
wins.
Yeah,
That's 10
it's
wins.
probably gonna be a 10-win team that don't make it.
This shit is disappointing.
And you got the Falcons over there like, oh, we needed 7.
None of the Colts do not deserve to be in the playoffs. I've watched parts of their games, and they don't
No,
deserve to get in
I
the
don't.
playoffs. It's crazy.
I don't think they do either. I just don't want. I don't like the dude. I don't dislike the dude. I mean, it is what it is with the quarterback. But it's just
Yeah.
like, do I really want to see Gardner Minshew
No.
in the playoffs?
No. Oh, here you go though. Texans schedule. Here's the Texans schedule: Broncos, Jets, Titans, Browns, Titans, Colts. They can win out. They can win 11 games. Shit. You telling me they can't beat the Broncos or the Browns? Like,
I told you it's gonna. A lot of those have seeding implications on it, man.
yeah.
Like Broncos and the Browns 7-4,
Yeah.
Texans 6-5. Like
The Brown schedule is trash though. They got. I mean, they have a good schedule for them.
Yeah, but you got to think the Browns is fighting for a wild card because they're not winning that division.
True. That's
Just like
point.
the Broncos is not winning that division either. So you got all these teams at second place in their conference is trying to, because Jacksonville is the NFC, the AFC South. So just like, do you think the Texans can take that division from them? Not this year, maybe next year.
I mean, unless the Jags have to fall apart so hard,
Yeah.
like that'll be the
So
biggest
now you're
story
talking
of the year.
about,
Like, damn, y'all just lost out damn near.
yeah. So now you're talking about
they schedule. They play the Ravens and the Browns.
who?
The Jags. That's their last hardest games. So that,
And if the Jags,
at a minimum, they go in 12-5. At the least,
yeah.
Because they're not losing to the Titans, the Panthers, the Buccaneers, or the Bengals. No way.
No.
So yeah,
No.
they at minimum they're a 12-win team.
So now you're talking about there's 4 second place teams in the AFC from the divisions. Three of those teams is gonna make it. One of them might not. I don't know. Like one division might shoot 3, like the Steelers and the Browns. You never. I don't know.
Yes,
that's what's tricky about it because everybody's starting to play each other and seeding matter. You never know. We could talk about all these scenarios and things, but
we ain't never know until it's getting there. So let's get to the picks and wrap this up. All right. Thursday night, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Cowboys for Thursday night football.
I mean,
it's Cowboys. They supposed to win this game. They're 8.5 point favorites. Like they should win this game. It ain't no reason they lose this game.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going. Yeah, I'm going Cowboys with that one. If the Seahawks, 8.5.
I think they cover just because Thursday night is always weird.
I'm
weird always happens.
8.5 Seahawks. I don't know. Seahawks ain't been.
It'll be one of those.
I don't know if they suck though, because Cowboys usually cover the spread.
That's true
when the teams suck, but
that's true.
I don't know if the Seahawks suck though. I don't know if they good though either.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like it's Thursday. It'll be a weird, screwy game, and it'll be like they'll win by 3. They'll win by like 5. It'll be one of those.
Yeah, I would take the 8.5 right now, though. I would
Yeah.
probably tease it up a little bit to probably 10 or something, just in case.
Throw it in a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next we got the Colts at the Titans.
Is it away or is it home for the Titans?
Colts at Titans. So it's in Tennessee.
I don't know. Will Levis is 2-0 at home, 0-3 on the road.
There you
That
go.
got anything with,
That's pretty nice.
but
Colts win. I don't want the
yeah,
Colts.
I was
I
saying, I
want the
think I just
Titans to
got the Colts
win for
going
the
in.
Texans thing, but yeah, Colts probably win that game.
Yeah.
Wait. No, hold on. Jonathan Taylor's out for the next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because of the thumb injury.
I
But should
forgot.
that really matter?
It.
Oh yeah, with Gardner Minshew,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson not playing. Yeah, that definitely matters. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But is that enough to? Because this is the next. If that's the case, the next 2 weeks is big. It's for the Colts then, like because this is the 2 weeks Houston needs to get up to get that game, maybe half game lead or something on them.
Only problem is they play the Titans and the Bengals. So if
I'm
it's
going
2 games
I think
they
I
can
can
afford to take off, it's these
right.
next 2 games, it's still weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucks.
What's the spread on that without Jonathan Taylor?
Hold on. I don't know. I don't know why now it's not even showing the spread. I gotta scroll all the way down to find it. It is Colts by 1.
They still got the Colts favorite.
Yeah.
I thought they was gonna have like Colts 3. I was gonna take Titans, but 1 is just like you might as well take the money line. What the hell?
Yeah. And it's probably not even gonna get you that great odds either.
No, it's
But
probably
yeah,
damn near a pick 'em.
I'll go Colts just cause you know what? Fuck it. No, I'm picking Will Levis and the Titans because I want them to win. This is a straight heart pick. This is not a brain pick. Titans by 1.
I'm gonna go Colts. They find a way at the end. I think they pull it out.
All right. Chargers at Patriots. Yeah.
I don't care.
Chargers.
Let's just Chargers, I guess. Like, congratulations, one step closer to Drake May, Patriots, because that's who y'all really want.
All right. Lions at Saints.
Lions. Somebody gonna have to suck in that NFC South, like.
Yeah, somebody's got to fall off because this shit is getting crazy. The line is 4, so -4.
-4.
Yeah, that's
actually. Give me that. Give me all that actually.
Okay, so we both got Lions. Falcons at the Jets. The spread is -3. The Falcons are favored by 3. I figured it'd be a little more than that, but I guess that makes sense.
Since neither team got a quarterback for real. Jets defense is good. Falcons. I'm going Falcons. Get this Aaron Rodgers story out of here.
Give me the ayahuasca brothers to cover the 3 because I don't trust the Falcons at all.
All right. Sure. I could pick the Jets to cover. Falcons win though.
That's true. That's pretty crazy odds. We got Cardinals at Steelers.
Steelers.
Spread is
that'd be 5.
Steelers. Yeah, Steelers -5.5. Yeah, I'm the Steelers.
Yeah, I'll take Steelers.
That feels pretty safe, honestly.
Yeah. Even though the Cardinals, Kyler Murray against that defense is gonna look very mid.
Yes. He's gonna get sacked to death. He's gonna tear his ACL again. TJ Watt coming around the bend going crazy.
He already looked mid against the Rams last week again.
Why is this so high? Dolphins at Commanders.
12.5.
-9.5.
Oh.
That's too.
I'll take that.
No, that's too high. That's too high.
No, Dolphins gonna kill the Commanders.
No, that's too high, bro. Because the Dolphins, they defense soft. And if anything, the Commanders, Sam Howell leading the league in passing yards, so they're gonna move the ball on him. It's just, can he not get sacked and not throw picks? That is asking a lot. Though.
Give me that 9.5.
That's one of those.
Dolphins
they win, but they don't cover. I think they take them lightly and they don't cover, but they still win the game. All right, one of the games we looking forward to: Denver at the Texans. I want to say they're favored by like 2.5.
Who is?
The Texans favored
Oh.
by 3.5.
Hmm.
I'll take that. I'm taking that. I'm taking
I'll
that all
take
day.
that.
I'm taking
Yeah,
CJ
I'll
Stroud for
take
the
that.
field goal. It's just like when Pat gets a field goal, you take the 3 because if I believe the guy can go down and push the ball down and get a field goal late
Yeah,
in the game if
I'll
it's
take
tied
that.
up. All right, we got the Panthers at the Buccaneers.
Don't care.
What are they favored
Bucks.
by?
2.5.
It is 5. That's fair though. Yeah, Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Buccaneers by 7. I still feel pretty comfortable with. Okay, so we got Browns at Rams.
I'm going Browns.
Oh, it must be because DTR is hurt because the Rams are favored by 3.5. I'm going Browns still. It just feels like
Yeah, I'm going Browns.
the same
I
thing.
don't.
Y'all offensive line is so
That offer,
trash.
yeah, I would say that O line is gonna get demolished. Miles Garrett gonna have a field day.
Now here's a fun one. The 49ers at the Eagles. Obviously, or if you've
I'm staying
heard
away
and
from
been
this game
listening
betting
to,
wise.
the Niners are favored by 3. Road favorites. I'm going with the Niners just because the Eagles have been playing like trash and barely winning these games. If it's any team that's
Yeah,
gonna keep them from
I'm
doing
well.
that, it's the Niners.
Yeah, well, I was just going Niners, period.
Nah,
But
straight up.
yeah, Niners. I'm staying away from it betting wise. That Niners 3 is really calling my name though.
So we both taking San Francisco, which
Yeah,
that feels like
yeah,
a setup a little bit now that we both taken.
yeah.
But all right. So next we got the Chiefs at the Packers. Patrick Mahomes' first appearance in Lambeau. Nothing,
Okay.
nothing weird about that, right?
Right.
Let's see what they favor by 9, 6. Chiefs favor by 6.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like I got that at a way higher number than it is. What the fuck? Yeah, Chiefs win. Even by a touchdown,
I'll
that
take the
still feels
Chiefs at
pretty good.
6.
This
Yeah,
is
I'll
a
take the Chiefs.
this would have been a fun Monday night game if Joe Burrow wasn't hurt, but it's Bengals at the Jags. Jags got to
Jags.
win it.
What
If
are the
they lose
Jags by
this, that's a
7.5?
problem.
What are
It
the Jags by
is by
7.5?
8. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Jags lose this, they got some problems. You got some real serious issues. You're regressing now. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that is the week 13 picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You know the usual. Subscribe to the YouTube. Download what is it on podcast? You subscribe to the podcast, you follow the podcast, whatever it is, whatever you do with the
Just
podcast, do
click the
that.
link.
Leave a review. Yeah, exactly. Leave a review. Carver2X on TikTok, the Carver2X show on Instagram. That's it. Y'all know what to do. It's 2023. It's on your phone. Figure it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we will see you later.
See you.